Hey y'all, welcome to my 2022 ugly bullet journal flip through. Now, I thought I would do a little bit of an introduction before getting into the meat of the video, since this is going to be the first video that I publish on this brand new channel. I'm Marianna, I'm an illustrator based in Italy, and I just want to use this channel to chat about a lot of the things that I'm passionate about and all the hobbies that I have. So like running my small business on Etsy, my art journey, my bullet journal, my planners, TV shows, books, everything that I'm passionate about. So I hope you stick around, and I'm gonna turn you around now and show you my ugly bullet journal. Here it is, my ugly bullet journal. Now this notebooks always comes with me. I just throw this in whatever bag I have that day. I bring a pen, I'm good to go. That's all I need for it to be functional for me. This is a Moleskine, just, plain notebook with grid paper and soft cover. These are the stickers that I have on the cover. These are from two shops that I found on TikTok actually, and I will link them both down below. This is from my own shop. So this notebook actually started as something completely different. I was using it to jot down some notes about some stories that I would like to write one day, some books or comics. I'm not sure about that yet, but just some stories that I would like to explore one day. But then I stopped using this notebook and it was just sitting on my shelves. So just randomly one day I decided to repurpose it and use it as a bullet journal. And my index tab just flew right off. Now, I decided to divide the notebook in two sections. The first section would be my calendars and weekly spreads, and the second section would be my notes section, or just information that I need to reference frequently, or that I just always need on me. So I started using this as a bullet journal in October 2021. So I just printed some calendars, some monthly calendars, and stuck them right in the notebook. Again, this is just my ugly bullet journal. This doesn't have to be pretty. I don't care really how it looks. It just needs to be functional. If you're wondering, I'm using index tabs from Muji. I absolutely love everything they do stationery wise. I think they're a great quality and they're pretty affordable. The pen that I'm using is Muji as well. I always have a Muji pen on me everywhere I go. This is a gel pen in 0.5. I also really like their 0.38 fine tip. This is a gel pen as well. Amazing. They never skip on you. It's really incredible. Now, again, I started pasting all these monthly spreads, and that's what I used to plan ahead. And also what I like to always have is a weekly spread. Now, when I started using this as a bullet journal, I really didn't know what weekly spread would work for me. I kind of tried different kind of spreads. I started trying to track my meals. That didn't really work out, so I abandoned that idea pretty quickly. And then I quickly realized that this kind of week on the whole page wasn't really working for me, because I needed some space to write notes and things like that, to do lists. So what I really started to do is having a little like snippets of the week, and then just daily to-do lists and notes. Again, trying kind of different types of weekly spreads, seeing what would work for me, what would be quicker for me to set up, trying habit trackers. That didn't really work for me. Trying inserting monthly views didn't really work. Too much work for me. It takes maybe a minute to write it down. That's too much time for me. Like, this bullet journal needs to be quick, it needs to be, functional. I just want all the information I need without really, trying to make it pretty, basically. Trying to use some stickers. This is from my shop, but, I just use them when I feel like it. Otherwise, I just don't bother. Again, a little snippet of the week with daily to-do lists, some notes from therapy. And then randomly, I like to maybe jot down some notes. This is from a Skillshare class that I was taking by Christina Turner on product photography. Really recommend it. It's really interesting. So, I just wanted to write some notes down about that class, and I just, opened the first blank page and I started writing. Here's just a list of gouache colors that I wanted to buy. I tried this weekly spread that I really liked, with events on one side and tasks on the other with the dates in the middle. And it's really pretty, it's really pleasing to the eye, but unfortunately it's not really functional for me because it's not clear. My brain doesn't like this kind of spread. It's not clear enough for my brain, so unfortunately I can't really use that, even though I think it's really pretty. Again, just pasting things in with washi tape. I was doing this challenge on Instagram, so here we go. I like to have, stuff printed out for reference. Again, another to-do list, another spread. Didn't really work, so I dropped that. To-do list, little doodle, whatever, really whatever I want. Now, this was basically the first to-do list of 2022, but then I decided to do a little cover page. It's kind of ugly, but I don't mind. It's there, whatever. I made myself this year at a glance spread, and I printed it and stuck it in my notebook, as well as this future log with just stickers that I made myself. And I like to have these snippets of the year ahead, so that if I have any future appointments that come up before that month, I like to have a future log, because right now I'm actually trying to set up 1 month at a time. So I'm not doing every single month back to back like I used to do in 2021, but I just set up January for the time being. And so every appointment that comes in the future months will go in this spread, basically. So I don't ever miss, future appointments, but I don't have to have every single monthly spread set up and ready to go. So after my future log, I have the first month of the year. Still ugly. Don't care. I cross stuff out. I, write rescheduled. I don't care. I used, again, just a gel pen. For the yellow brush lettering, I used this Lira Aqua Brush. It's a really pretty color. And I also used a Staedtler gray pen to do the boxes of the month. And again, I went back to this kind of spread with the weekly snippet on one side, and then notes and to-do list to follow. Now, as you can see, this is week 1, then 13th of January. That's because the second week of the year, didn't really feel the need to set up a weekly spread, so I just didn't, I just rolled with it. This notebook doesn't need to be like a chore. It's a tool for me to keep everything organized in my brain. So if I don't need it that week, that day, I just don't use it, This is not a chore for me. This is something that needs to be useful to me. And this is this week. So yeah, that's about it. As you can see, it's really ugly and messy, and I cross stuff out, and I swatch pens randomly, and then I write notes randomly. I just do whatever, I need to declutter my brain. I just, write it in this notebook, and I don't care how it looks, because it's it's just for me. It's just a tool for me to feel more organized. Now, as I said, I divided this notebook into sections. So the first section is going to be my calendars and my weekly spreads. Second section is just notes. Again, this is just for notes that I will know I need for reference long term. So lists that I will like to reference, you know, months ahead, or information that is not going to change really, but it's something that I just need to reference when I'm on the go. So this is why I have a different section for that. And I have a little color coding system that I'm trying to implement. So my personal notes will have a blue tab. Notes for my Etsy shop, Little Witch, will have a yellow tab. And notes for Luna Lab, which is my business to be, will have an orange tab. Again, these are from Muji. Love them. I can't really show you some of the information in here because they have sensible information. Can't really show them online. But for example, something that I would have in this section would be, for example, a list of TV shows that I would like to finish. I'm really bad at finishing TV shows. I start like a million of them and then I never get through them. So one of the goals for this year is to kind of try and finish some of those shows that I already started, maybe even years ago. So that's about it. That was my ugly bullet journal. I really like this notebook. It's just easy. I don't feel any pressure to make it pretty again. Just write everything I need and just go. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you're using as your planner this year in the comments. I love to chat about planners. Thank you so much. See you next time.